course, there's a condition, there's a criteria apply. If let's say you're above 55 years and you can downgrade to 4 rooms and below. Okay, that is about part of the cooling measures which I'm going to share more, and my teammates Gavin also will touch about more about this cooling measure. Okay, I just want you have the kind of feel what is the happening in the market nowadays, and especially about the latest cooling measures. Okay, this is generally is post cooling measures is about the new round of cooling measures is unprecedented on, as some of the new rules aim to curb demand on housing budget. All right. So just like I already mentioned, PPO will remain, that means private property owner will remain to wait for 30 months. Okay. So we cannot expect any longer from this group of buyers from private property to buy HDB. All right. So that means the pool of buyer to buy perhaps BTO, resale, and ECs especially will derive from the existing HDB owner or the future BTO buyers. All right, when I say future BTO buyers, when they unable to get the balloting. All right, so I saw a lot of social media. Some of the youngsters, they start to say that, wow, I cannot get the BTO. No, so which is the next option that which allowed me to get an instant or maybe perhaps 3 more years or 4 more years to buy, so that I can arrange for my wedding, something like that. So definitely ECs is an option, but I'm not going to talk about ECs now, later part. Yeah, just give you some hinting that tonight sharing is we're going to shift, okay, our interest to ECs, especially in the east, in the Tampines especially. Okay, people who wish to downgrade to resale will have to wait 15 months after they dispose their private property. Analysts say that they believe the longer wait will help slow down the property market and keep HDB flats affordable. That is the whole idea, and to slow down what is happening nowadays. Everybody is rush just to make sure that they got place to stay and make sure that after they sold their HDB flat, they able to get another unit. All right, so this is what happened. Sudden boom on the buyers market nowadays. Okay, and of course a lower loan to value limit for HDB loans from 85% to 80%. These are the things that we just basically just show you a bit of what is the post-cooling measures about. Okay, that means last time, if let's say you buy HDB, okay, if you buy HDB, you just need a 15% down payment. All right, so of course less the deposit 5,000 or less the deposit 2,000 if let's say you buy BTO. Okay, so right now after the changes, you need to have at least 80% in your ordinary account. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, and the purpose is to tighten maximum loan limits for HDB housing loan and private financial institution. Okay, a 15 months waiting period between the sale of private property and purchase of non-subsidized HDB flat will be waived for senior age 55 and above. Okay, so this one I just moved because we already repeatedly mentioned about that. Okay, this is just another example of the cooling measure effect. All right, so for home buyers, definitely there will now be a greater upfront cost to buy an HDB flat. Like I mentioned just now, from 85% now become 80%. For example, previously for 4-bedroom at 550,000, you just need a down payment of $82,500. Okay, so after the cooling period, with the same price, you need to pay 110,000. So that's the difference. So which means you have to come up greater upfront cost lah. Okay, that's about the cooling measure effect. Okay, so we already talk about BTO, we talk about resale. Okay, we talk about the cooling measures. So what's happening now? Okay, now everywhere we talk about the in thing is the EC trending. All right, the EC trending because of less supply, I should say lah, because the supply is not that we can really get it now. And of course the EC, if once you launch, you can easily sold at a very fast pace. Okay, let me show you some of the statistics that can prove what I said. Okay, this is the business time show in October 6, 2022. Okay, wow, it really shows EC can be highly profitable since they are bought at substantially lower price than private condominium. This evidence, this business time already proved that ECs, no matter what, can fetch high profit. Okay, that means higher capital gain. All right. So of course, it must depends on when you enter to purchase the EC. Of course, when you buy resale, it will not fetch as high as you enter as early during the launch. Okay, so that's why we said that during you have to enter at the right time. That means the entry period is always the launching, during the launching, and you will have expected to have this more profitable profit gain. Okay, it is sustainable demand. See a drastic drop in the supply for EC. You can see here. Wow. All right. So the blue one represent the launch units. Okay, you can see from 2010 up to 2016. Okay, and the yellow one represent units sold. Okay, so units sold is actually more than the supply already. So you have less supply, and you can see that the numbers of even the latest one, 2022, the launch unit left about 616, and the sold unit is about 324. Okay, so we anticipate that the demand for an EC is really going to increase. Okay, and at this point of time, if you look at the market trend now, okay, we can see there are upcoming ECs, in fact, in the west, in the east, in the north also. So later I will show you what are those ECs that are available now, and what is the demand from the buyers that came from either from the BTOs or from the resales, you know. So these are the buyers, the pool of buyers that in fact potentially can buy ECs if they are the privileged one. When I said they are the privileged one, means they are the first timer or the second timer. Okay, definitely the first or second timer is the lucky one, because not everybody can buy EC. Even I myself, if I have that privilege to buy EC, definitely I would choose EC because of the low entry price, and based on the capital appreciation is definitely much better than the condo. All right. So let me show you the BTO launch in August and upcoming launch in November. Okay, the latest, the recent August 2022 HDB launch 493 flats at 𝑚okyo, Bukit Merah, Choa Chu Kang, Jurong East, Tampines, and Woodlands. Okay, I highlighted Tampines there because tonight we're going to touch on the transformation of Tampines. Okay, the transformation of Tampines. Okay, that's why I purposely highlight that Tampines. So later I bring you to that slide. Okay, in November 2022, HDB will offer 9,500 BTO flats, such as in Bukit Batok, Kallang, Whampoa, Queenstown, Tengah, and Yishun. What have you missed that? Which area have you think we missed at? Of course, Tampines. Okay, so because August they got launched Tampines, now November they don't launch Tampines. Okay. However, look at this during the BTO launch in August. Okay, 5 rooms flat in Tampines were among the most popular this year. Okay, with 3,082 applicants, over 117 flats offered in Tampines. And the other one is 4-room flats in Tampines in August BTO exercise, drew a lot of application, which is about 3,347 applicants on top of 100, not on top, sorry, above 150 units that available. So what does that mean? That means actually we have oversubscribed for Tampines application. Okay, when we say oversubscribed, where are those buyers? Are they going to wait for the next BTO launch, or are they going to channel to switch to EC? In fact, EC is another, it's like in between HDB and private. Okay, EC, when I say EC is in between HDB and private, because EC is actually more affordable since the government subsidized the land. Okay, that's the first thing. And second is that, of course, with that subsidized price from the government, and then the developer definitely they will cater to the Singaporean who are really want to set up their new family, continue get married after they cannot get any unit from the previous balloting exercise. This is their next option. Okay, this is their next option because this is much affordable as compared to the new private launch. Okay, so we have oversubscribed for all buyers from the BTO launch. Okay, what happens is that, okay, the next thing, the upcoming BTO launch, November, you can see Bukit Batok, all this, yeah, but where is Tampines? Okay, we were wondering where is Tampines launch. Okay, there are a huge amount of HDB homeowners yet to upgrade. Okay, you can see the number of flat already MOP. Yeah, you can see the orange color. Okay, the orange color, whereas the green one is the HDB address buying private homes. Okay, so 2022 is a record year for BTOs reaching 5 years MOP. 30,197. Okay, 30,197 is the record year for BTOs reaching for MOP. That means a pool of buyer are waiting to diversify or upgrade. Okay, either ECs or private purchase. Okay, so private homes purchased by HDB addresses still a small proportion of MOP flats in 2022. Okay, that means because of many HDB homeowners yet to upgrade in 2022 may do so in 2023. All right, so the chances for the buyers actually to divert to EC is so great because, like I said, it's an oversubscribed, especially in Tampines. Okay. Wow. Now, we can see here, okay, the difference between ECs and, of course, HDB. What is the benefit if, let's say, you purchase EC rather than BTO, okay? You cannot cash out of your HDB flat, but you can for EC after 5 years. When I say you cannot cash out, that means there is no way for you to cash out your HDB or mortgage it for any other purposes. Whereas if, let's say, the bank do not recognize it lah, definitely, because for private property, okay, you can take an equity loan or term loan and use the cash for other users. That means if, let's say, you have this equity loan or term loan, you actually can do some asset progression. Okay, you can buy another property, right, by using the equity loan or term loan with the if once your EC already change to private. Okay, when I say change to private, that means after 5 years. Of course, within 5 years, still cannot lah. Okay, you have to wait until the MOP. After the 5 years, you can definitely upgrade to, or you can buy another 1 or 2 properties if, let's say, you're eligible to do that. Okay, so, and of course, in NEC will be definitely fetch a better price once they reach 10 years. Okay, once they reach 10 years, because it can open to all buyers, can open to foreigner, local, SPR, everybody. Okay, for EC that just reached for MOP, you can only sell to local and SPR. Okay. Okay, this is a very straightforward calculation. Okay, compared resale condo and executive condominium. There are buyers out there also do approach us and said, I think I would buy resale condo because it's cheaper lah. Okay, compared to those new launches. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, this statistic can show you that what we just mentioned is actually we can really make full use of what we can save on. If let's say you have enough CPF, you have enough cash on hand. Okay, take a look at this. For example, purchase price for resale. When I quote at 1,100,000 and compared to purchase price under BUC. BUC, that means building under construction at 1,300,000. Okay, like just now I mentioned, for resale condo is much cheaper, right? Okay, that's why I just less 200,000. Okay, if let's say you buy a resale condo, okay, if you buy a resale condo, what you need to pay is definitely the upfront, okay, the upfront of 25%, okay, and once you pay the upfront 25%, the 5% you have to pay cash, 20% by CPF, and you start with your monthly installment. You have to start your monthly installment because you will get the key after the after you complete the resale process, and then you get the key, and then you will start the monthly installment. Okay, so in overall for this scenario, okay, you actually total up, you already paid 261,000, okay, for the total of 4 years. Okay, I just calculated based on 4 years because I want to do comparison with BUC of 4 years, because for BUC, the building under construction, usually the construction takes about 3 years to 4 years. Okay, for EC, it's about 3 years to 4 years. So that's why I have to compare apple to apple, right? So I have to compare for resale. If you buy 4 years already, what happened? How much you have paid in total? 261,000. Let's move on to BUC. If let's say you choose to buy EC, the most you just have to pay the down payment. All right, you just have to pay the down payment of 25%. Okay, that means 5% cash and 20% by CPF. Okay, the rest you don't have to pay anything. You just need to pay the interest which the bank has disbursed for you, the loan. Okay, whatever progressive payment they bill you, you just need to pay progressively. Okay, so for the same type of property, okay, and you purchase at 200,000, slightly expensive, 1.3 million, okay, in overall for these 4 years exactly. Okay, exactly. When I say 4 years, because for BUC you don't have to pay the installment, right? You don't have to pay installment, but you have to pay for the progressive payment, whatever the bank disbursed the loan for you. Okay, so in total you only paid $39,736. Okay, so you in total you paid this after the 4 years or 3 years. Okay, depends on how long is the construction. Okay, right. What I'm trying to say now is that if you buy a resale condo, not only you spend 261,000, okay, over the period of 4 years. Okay, before that you need to renovate. At least you spend about 100,000 to renovate, or unless your house already fully renovated. Okay, so that means the price, the cost that you incurred is actually more than 261,000. For BUC, most of the development already ready for you. In fact, the basic thing like the flooring lah, the kitchen cabinet, in fact, sometimes some developer also they give you like free gift like cooker hob, right? Some even give you fridge, some even give you oven. All this depends on individual developer. Okay, the best part is that it's as good as it's a move-in condition. Okay, it's a move-in condition. You even have that aircon also. So less renovation. Okay, what you need to come up for the whole progress payment is total $39,736. Wow, you can see the difference. Okay, that means, in other words, after the 4 years, okay, once TOP, all right, so once TOP, then somebody will ask, where do I stay while waiting for TOP? I cannot rent. Nowadays the rental is so high. Don't forget that ECs, okay, ECs, they have deferred payment. Okay, so with that deferred payment, if let's say you have an existing flat, right, you still can stay in your existing flat until the TOP, and then you just need to sell within the stipulated period, and then at the same time you stay and you can sell, and then you don't have to rent elsewhere. All right, so that is good thing about EC. Okay, so later my teammates Kevin will talk more about on the calculation part. Yeah. Okay, so for this you can see overall, once you reach the MOP, okay, once you reach the 4 years, you cannot sell. Definitely you have to wait for another 5 years for MOP. While waiting for the MOP, you already save so much cash and CPF in your account. Okay, you accumulate the interest. Okay, by the time you reach the MOP, either you want to sell or either you want to buy another property using the existing CPF or cash that you save for that period. All right. So compared to resale condo, you use up most of your saving. So you need to save again, or you need to sell in order for you to upgrade to another properties. Okay. So that's the difference. All right. Okay. And this is the HDB versus Executive Condominium, the price. Okay. The market analyst. Okay, we already sum up for you. Okay, this is what we get from the source, from reliable source, URA. Okay, you can see the green one represent HDB and the blue one represent Executive Condominium. Okay, why we keep on emphasizing on Executive Condominium? Because like what I mentioned today, we will want to share with you, okay, what is the in thing now. It's all about EC, okay, or Executive Condominium. Okay, you can see right now from 2008 up to the current year, if you buy HDB, okay, the growth is 70%, okay, the growth is 70%, the trend line growth is 70%, whereas if you buy EC and EC with the same period, okay, from the same year up to the current year 2022, the trending growth is 130%. Wow, you can see this is really this is the fact that we are not here to just to show you anyhow. You know, this is reliable source from URA. You even can check from the website. All right, so the increase of the trend line for the EC is super good. Yeah, I should say super good as compared to HDB. Of course, I'm not saying that it should be no good, right? It depends on the buyers. Okay, if let's say some buyers, they feel that, oh, they are not eligible to buy an EC. It's all about eligibility also. Okay, so of course, the first buying home is HDB lah, definitely. Okay, however, if let's say they are eligible and they have all those requirements what EC want, okay, why not we can start with EC. Okay, if you have all those and you are one of the privileged one, tap into EC because you can see the trend line increase is much higher. All right, so and EC, of course, the same like BTO, EC also got housing grant. Okay, and of course the housing grant depends on the income, and you can see here, well, the first 10,000, if let's say 10,000 or lower, okay, you can get 30,000 housing grant. Okay, and because some people say, hey, I buy BTO, I can get housing grant. Well, EC also we give you housing grant. Okay, so for $10,001 above to reach 11,000, you get 20,000 housing grant, and $11,001 up to 12,000, you get 10,000 housing grant. Wow, this is really, really cool because like I said, yeah, and EC is actually really fully subsidized by the government. Okay, their main intention is to give priority to residents and of course to build homes with the Singapore citizens, especially, okay, to grow their family. Yeah, that's why you see very rare you can see build 1 or 2 bedder. Usually they will build 3 to 5 bedder. Okay, why? Because it's meant for family. All right. Okay, and EC also. This is another factor that you all should consider, that why EC is really a next investment that you should, if let's say you have that privilege to buy. Okay, there is no ABSD. Wow. But when I said no ABSD, just now I mentioned that I have existing home, right? So I don't want to buy, I don't want to sell. I want to wait until TOP. Okay, then but because I choose for deferred payment, I have 2 loans. So I am entitled for another loan. Okay, because for like example, if let's say for the normal cases, if you have existing loan and if you buy another private property, you are considered as a second loan. If second loan, that means you cannot get this maximum 75%. You can get up to 45%. All right. So that is if let's say you buy another second, you get another second loan. For executive condominium, you don't need. Okay, you still have, you still get the same loan, 75%. Okay, no ABSD, even though you have two property at the same time, because you choose to have a deferred payment. All right, while you stay at your existing house, you still can have this benefit, definitely. Okay, that's the beauty about buying an EC. Okay, the deferred payment scheme allow EC buyer to put down 20% down payment. The remaining 65% is deferred until you receive the TOP, or they call it as temporary occupation permit. Okay, in other words, until the EC is ready to move into. Okay, ready to move into. Okay, this is called EC deferred payment. Right, let's move on to the transformation that we mentioned earlier. Okay, what's up in Tampines North transformation? Wow. Okay, so of course, basically we are here to talk about Tampines transformation. All right, and of course the in thing is EC. Okay, this is Tampines North, as you can see from my mouse cursor. Okay, you look at the yellow color here, the Tampines North. Okay, in fact, this Tampines North is an extension of another Tampines. All right, it's an extension. That means they're going to be transformed just like another regional center, because they have what you can see here. Okay, an extension of Tampines Town. Tampines North will be integrated lifestyle hub in the heartlands, provides a holistic environment for residents to live, work, learn, and play. Okay, so eventually Tampines North will develop with a new shopping center and even an integrated bus interchange. Wow, when I say integrated bus interchange, that means they will have comprises of like commercial shops, you know. So this is really a great transformation for an Tampines North. Okay, the location, as you can see here. All right, let me just show you more. Okay, basically there will cross island line with the longest fully underground line at more than 50 kilometer long. Okay, that means Tampines North MRT, okay, will be built as an underground line. Okay, so you can see from here, Tampines North phase 2 of the cross island line is located to open in 2032 with 2 interchange linking it to the downtown line and east-west line. Okay, that means it provides a better transportation and is very convenient for the consumer to actually, for those who have no transport. In fact, for those who have transport, so it's so convenient for you to buy at this location, at Tampines, especially with all these amenities given. All right, so to reduce travel time, well, okay, this is something that I did survey. LTA mentioned that the cross line will benefit over 100,000 households. Okay, serve both residential and industrial areas along region Tampines, Pasir Ris, Hougang, and Mokyo. Okay, for like currently, if let's say you travel from Tampines North to Loyang Industrial Center, okay, from 40 minutes, okay, now cut down to 10 minutes only. Okay, you see that is so convenient. Okay, that's why Tampines North is on transformation, which is benefit for everyone of us. Okay, and from Defu to Ang Mo Kio, okay, it takes about 15 minutes. Currently, it takes about 40 minutes or so. Wow, from 40 minutes down to 50 minutes. And then just now at Tampines North to Loyang, currently from 40 minutes down to 10 minutes. So much convenient of reducing traveling time. All right, so these are the things. These are the commercial that available currently in the working in the east, okay, Changi Business Park and Singapore University of Technology Design, Punggol Digital District, Changi Airport, one of you know, Tampines Regional Center, Paya Lebar Central, Singapore Expo. These are all available in the east and very nearby to Tampines also. And all these are happening, yeah. And of course, there's a Changi region transformation also, okay. You can see Changi City is over here, designed to create an innovation ecosystem also, all right. Changi region transformation, what's coming up in the east? Okay, Changi Aviation Park, Changi City, and Changi Airport Terminal 5 is all happening now. Okay, there will be 5th terminal for Changi Airport. Okay, it's in the pipeline and will be the airport largest when completed, able to serve up to 50 million passengers annually. Okay, what does that mean? That means definitely a potential of workers, you know, when they work at this Changi Airport, the next alternative for them to rent a place is, of course, in the east. Okay, and Tampines North will be the next preferred location. Okay, and this is Paya Lebar Air Base transformation. All right, so a new town will take the place of the current Paya Lebar Air Base when its assets are located to Tengah in 2030. Okay, with this new relocation of Paya Lebar Air Base expected to start in 2030, the redevelopment of nearby towns will allow more amenities, yeah, and to be added and better to be made of the space. Okay, it will not happen, definitely it will not happen overnight, but over decades. Okay, can completely reimagine the eastern part of Singapore. Okay, and Punggol District, Digital District, Singapore First Enterprise District, a smart district to look forward to. Okay, now we come straight to the point. Upcoming executive condominium in Tampines. All right, so this is where we are today. Okay, while we are looking at the new transformation of Tampines. Okay, basically, okay, all right, so okay, basically, as you can see, this is the developer, okay, who really get the successful project for this upcoming EC located at Tampines North, okay, Kin Chiang, okay, Kin Chiang, yeah, Kin Chiang, okay. They are the successful developer who really win the tender, okay. So background of this Kin Chiang is these are all the successful project that they have already sold, okay, across the island. A lot. Wow. East Resident, Lead, Quest, Forest, the Arden, Bukit Batok, Parrots, as you can see here. Okay. They're having a very good record over the years. Okay. And basically, Tampines EC is located along Tampines Street 82. It's about 5 minutes walk to Tampines North MRT Station, which is under construction now. Okay. Right now, let me show you, okay, from my mouse cursor. Okay, the upcoming EC is over here. Okay, the red color here, and from here, if you walk to the new Tampines North MRT, it is about 5 minutes walk. Even I myself did try, and before we share with you this session tonight, okay, we really had a stroll from the Tampines North Hub up to the site itself. Okay, we have a stroll, just nice stroll, and no need to rush. Then we find that it's really 5 minutes. Wow, I believe this is the best upcoming ECs. Okay, in the north. Okay, Tampines North, not in the north, in Tampines North. Okay, in the east. All right, so I have to say that again, in the east. Okay, it's about 5 minutes walk. That is the plus point of this upcoming EC. Okay, the location is over here. Right now we are at Parcel A, upcoming EC here. Okay, as you can see, there's also Parcel B. Okay, Parcel B happen to be an EC also, but the land is just open for application. Okay, so some buyers, they will say that this possibly happen to be next to the MRT, next to the Tampines North, whereas the parcel A is only 5 minutes away. Right now, we have already we're going to launch this upcoming EC, okay, in November, whereas in parcel B, they still open for application. That means the process will take some time. Okay, if the process takes some time, can you imagine that the land price will definitely increase? Whereas what we have now, Kin Chian managed to get 659 per square foot for the land price. Definitely is a better buy. If you count in the price matrix, what are we looking at? Later we will share with you what is the price matrix like. Okay, so we are buying actually a present price. We are not buying a future price. Okay, if you think that you want to wait at parcel B, you are actually buying at future price. Okay, so right now, once we develop and once TOP, just imagine when parcel B, they just want to build. Okay, we are really entered at the current price, and you actually pay at the right time as compared to the parcel B. All right, so Tampines Avenue 11 also, there's another one coming up, commercial and residence also. Okay, so this will be the future one, upcoming one. Okay, we are the first mover, in fact. Okay, and anything with first mover definitely will benefit everyone. Okay, so like I mentioned just now, upcoming land for reserve list. Okay, so they are actually site for reserve lah. Okay, they are not released for tender immediately, but are instead made available for application. So just imagine it will not be so soon. Maybe it takes about 2 or 3 years. Okay, so that's why I purposely show and share all of you that don't wait for that. In fact, we are the first mover. Try to get this opportunity, which I believe for those with a privileged one and first timer especially, you can consider to buy this EC. Okay, connectivity wise, okay, is 1 station to Defo and 4 station to Punggol, 4 station to Upper Changi, and for so on. Okay. Connectivity, well connected to Singapore major express highway also. Okay, definitely it's a 3 minutes drive to TPE. Okay, and also there's a new cycling path in Tampines. Okay, so announced on 13 July 2022. In fact, Tampines cyclists can look forward for another 8 kilometers of cycling path, okay, under a new project that increase the length of cycling path. Okay, so for those who very sportsmen or all these, whether you all health conscious, and in fact, this is the trending. Everybody go for health conscious, so look for this type of opportunity given. Then cycling path is the in thing also. Everyone start to do cycling and look for this development everywhere. Okay, so primary schools and everywhere, in fact, is around the amenities also. Okay, upcoming is this year. Okay, you see the mouse cursor here. Okay, you can see so many school, primary school, Angsana Primary School, Po Ching, Tampines North, Point Shang. Wow, this is really amazing, right? And tertiary school also, not just primary school. Okay, surrounded by all tertiary school, the Temasek Poly, United World College, Singapore's University of Technology Design, ITE, and Temasek Junior College too. Okay, the next thing is if you can see along Tampines North Drive 2, there are 3 mega stores also, Giant, IKEA, Courts, all right? So these are the major stores, and we have 3 major malls located in the heart of Tampines also, Century Square, Tampines 1, Tampines Mall, White Sands, and E-Hub, okay? And if you talk about fun, all right, we have, Tampines Hub also, we have everything there. Even if you enter into Tampines Hub, okay, there is also a swimming pool inside. Okay, the top inside the Tampines Hub. Okay, and downtown is Wild Wild Wet. All right. So yeah, it's a very, very convenient locations to have all those amenities around you. Okay, what we have here also, okay, scenic living environment will feature 7.5 hectare linear park, right? Boulevard Park will feature a line of seasonal flowering trees, all the greenery, you can see everywhere, all green, yeah. So it gives this Tampines North, they call Quarry Park, will be the larger of 2 new parks, will feature a sandy beach. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. How much will upcoming EC at Tampines be launched? Okay, let me share with you again here. Maybe what we can see in the market currently. Okay. Okay, the entry price for OCR, we talk about OCR new launches. Okay, OCR new launches. Okay, because we are talking about EC, right? In Tampines, definitely is under OCR, right? So the project that already launched, Sky Eden, okay, recently, okay, they transacted at average price per square foot at 2,111. Okay, Amo Residence, located at Ang Mo Kio, also transacted per square foot 2,112 per square foot. Lentor Modern, $2,197 per square foot. Okay, the percentage difference between an EC, okay, is about 56% to 63%. Okay, when we say that, why? Because later I will show you why we are very sure that that is a big gap percentage in terms of the price difference compared to EC and private condo of a new launch at OCR. Okay. Okay. For example, just now I mentioned Amo Residence. Okay. From 1,890, okay, an average is they setting a new benchmark of average $2,114 per square foot. Okay, and they managed to sell over 98% units during the launch weekend. Wow. Okay, Lentor Modern setting new benchmark for OCR again. Okay, they sold 508 units out of total 605 units at Lentor Modern. Okay, when the project launched on September 17 and transacted to take-up rate of 84%. It gives an impression of a very healthy buyer, whereby we still have interest from the buyer, which they still prefer a new launch. Okay, an average of $2,125 per square foot. All right. Okay, Sky Eden setting new benchmark for OCR. Sky Eden is just near Bedok, okay, in the east. Achieved 75% sales on launch that day. Average price of 2,100 per square foot. Just imagine if right now, if the launching price for a new development already achieved at 2,000 per square foot, what can you expect after the TOP, right? So let's move on. The next page. Okay, what are we targeting for the recent launch price? I hope I get the right. Okay. What are the recent launch prices? Okay. Currently, there are limited supply for current new launches in OCR. Okay, limited supply for the new launches in OCR for 3, 4, and 5 bedder. As you can see here, we extract from our source of relevant source. Yeah, Phoenix Residence. Okay, left 2 units. Okay, Park Clementi's left 2 units. Commodore 14 units. As you can see, overall, the supplies are very limited, okay, especially for 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms. Okay, what does that mean? That means there's no supply, but there's a lot of demand for OCR. Just now we talked about the BTO. Remember, there's an oversubscribed for BTO buyers, and what happened to those buyers? All right, so let me show you the next one. Okay, for example, for Pasir Ris, okay, Pasir Ris 8 per square foot recently fetched at 2,000, more than 2,000 per square foot. Okay, ranging from the numbers of bedroom, all are 2 bedrooms. Okay, all are 2 bedrooms. The price already reached more than 2,000 per square foot. Okay, recently contracted. All right, you can see recently contracted. That means in November 2021 and August 2022, recently transacted. There isn't anything below than 2,000. Okay, Sky Eden at Bedok also, you can see ranging from 3-bedder and 2-bedder. Okay, per square foot, more than 2,000. You can see my mouse cursor here. Okay, and even the price you can see. Wow, it's really amazing. There's nothing less than 2,000 per square foot. All right, for this East area. Okay, let's move to direct comparison with this executive condominium, Ola Anchorvale. Okay, Ola Anchorvale TOP in 2024, launched in 2020. Okay, and Piermont Grand, okay, TOP in 2023, okay, at Sumang Walk, yeah. Okay, from this chart, you can see how the price, the trend line details risk really to this level, okay, from the moment you launch and up to the current year. It's already, can see by just close one eyes, you can see, wow, it's a positive increase, yeah. Yeah, it's a positive increase. Okay, and another one comparison is the Tampines Trillion. Okay, you can see Tampines Trillion is a EC, okay, 7-year EC. All right, so recent per square foot achieve 1,300 and above to 1,400 per square foot. Okay, and they have reached at highest profit of 972,000. This record is really, really amazing because this is not something that we created. Okay, this is a facts record that we retrieved from URA also. Okay, and from Edge Property also. Yeah, Edge Property. Yeah, Edge Property. Yes, right. Okay, City Life Tampines, which is 6 years old EC, recently price achieved at 1,293 per square foot. Okay, the highest is 1,293 and the highest profit is 1.376 million. Okay, so this is another EC comparison. And Large Acres is a 7 years EC, recent transacted at 1.278 per square foot. Okay, so when we start to do all this comparison, they are resale. Don't forget they are resale and 7 years EC. Okay, and they have a profit, highest profit of 661,000. What can that means to you? Okay, so don't you think that it is something that we are looking forward to have a better capital gain if let's say we want to look for investment in the future? Okay, so basically for EC, the capital appreciation, okay, can be quite significant. Okay, after 5 years minimum occupation or a period of MOP or upon privatization. Okay, so like I said, okay, once you reach MOP, all right, so once you start to sell after MOP, of course, when you compare to the resale market in the next same vicinity, okay, EC will still fetch a better price, as you can see, if using the price matrix based on the government land that developer bought, right, 659. Okay, what can you expect if the price matrix? How much do you think that this upcoming EC will fetch the price at? Okay, so definitely if the surrounding of that area all asking about 2,000 per square foot, all right, so we can estimate that based on the price metric. Probably we can expect is around maybe 1,350 per square foot or slightly higher. Okay, if that's happened, we can imagine actually our price are way below from the private condo price, which is about $600 per square foot, right? So ECs can be highly profitable since they are bought substantially lower price than private condominiums, given the generous subsidized from the government. Okay, so this is what an EC that we are actually trying to share with all of you. And of course, the EC in the East, especially Tampines North, is the most relevant one and most we are looking forward to see the transformation of Tampines North. Okay.
My scope for today as follows to address the cooling measures which Shafiq mentioned earlier. I will just go into slight details, not spend too much time on it, and do a new launch versus resale EC comparison, getting into real figures. Okay, followed by the profitability between EC and condominiums. So today, EC prices have climbed substantially, but are they still affordable for the normal Singaporeans? And finally, is Tampines North EC your ultimate choice? Okay, so basically you must understand that the reason for the cooling measures is to inhibit the pricing growth or the fast-growing HDB resale prices, which we have seen over the past 10 quarters, like what Shafiq has mentioned. So this is really not very normal over the past 10, 20 years, 30 years, which is something that a phenomenon that we should not have. Okay, so in order to act on these fast-growing HDB prices, the government has two approaches to address this issue. Number one, to slow down the buying demand and to ensure prudent borrowing for all consumers and homeowners alike. First off, like what Shafiq mentioned, we just want to inhibit, because private property owners, when they cash out from their private properties, they are suddenly flush with so much cash, which essentially means that when they downsize or right size to a HDB resale, they generally pay a bit more COV. They pay a bit more cash or a bit more funds over valuation, which affects the general HDB prices as a whole, which was fueled by the COVID-19 pandemic as well. Okay, as many of you all should have known that over the past few months, or even at the start of this year, interest rates have been rising. This is not only a phenomenon in Singapore, it's also probably across the world as well. So in order to address this issue, the government basically wants every household to service their loan in the next few years without overextending themselves. So in order to mitigate this issue, for HDB loan borrowers from HDB, the loan-to-value ratio has been reduced to 80% maximum, which essentially means that you need a 20% down payment in terms of cash, CPF, and housing grants. To take a loan from the bank, nothing has changed actually. However, to take a loan from HDB, instead of using the floor, the 2.6% floor interest rate that has been over there for the past many years to calculate your loan eligibility, HDB or the government has increased the floor interest rate to 3% to calculate a borrower's eligible HDB housing loan amount. Regardless, the interest rate will still remain at 2.6% until 31st of December, which is essentially 0.1% higher than your CPF board rate. For banks itself, instead of the 3.5% floor rate that has been there since 2013, okay, they will now use a 4% floor rate to calculate the loan eligibility for consumers alike. So how does this affect you? Just to give an example, Mr. and Mrs. Wong, who have a 16,000 combined income, prior to the cooling measures, okay, with a 16,000 income, they are able to borrow 1.06 million, which essentially equates to a 1.42 million purchase price. So post-cooling measures after 30th of September 2022, they are now only able to borrow 1 million, which translates to a 1.34 million purchase price. So this translates to a drop of 80,000 or a 6% drop or decline in purchase price. To sum it up, actually, if you're earning $10,000 combined income, okay, prior to 30th of September, you can buy up to 890K conservatively. But today you can only afford up to 837K based on 75% loan to value ratio. So this represents a 6.3% decline in budget. So in order to mitigate this issue, there are two ways that you can do. Number one is either you adjust your budget, you buy a smaller unit, or you top up with more cash or CPF. Okay, so we talk about the topic of executive condominiums, which is a hybrid between the HDB and the private. So are they sincerely or are they seriously for the privilege only? Let's address this issue. So if you ask me, I don't think I'm very old. I think I'm quite young. So by making the first step, everyone can choose between a BTO, a resale HDB, a EC, or probably a private property. Okay. depending on your risk appetite. So what I want to say is basically you can choose a BTO, EC or private property to make your first port of goal, which we always see in the newspaper that BTO is always a first port of goal for young Singaporeans, couples who are getting married 20, 30 years old today. So when you make your first port of goal in EC or in BTO, you can upgrade, you cash out and upgrade to your next dream home, which you can make your next port of goal. So thereafter, once you upgrade to a private property, you can decouple and invest in another property, thus avoiding ABSD. At the same time, you can become a landlord. So just rinse and repeat the process. This will be the millionaire's dream that people are always looking at. Okay, so to talk about this new EC and resale EC's calculation, just to give you an idea, this is a newspaper cutout that was in 2 days ago on the Business Times. Okay, there is a narrowing price gap between the new and resale ECs. In 2019 and 2022, the price gap has narrowed between 12% to 9.4% today. Okay, what essentially means that today when you buy an EC, it presents a rare market opportunity in the market where you can purchase a brand new EC with fresh 9 years lease at almost the price of a older resale EC today, which means that you gain at least a 5 to 6 years head start compared to the older resale ECs. Okay, to put things into perspective, today if you buy a resale EC or resale unit at City Life or Prudent, which is our nearest comparison, okay, if you take a 75% loan, your down payment including stamp duty is 390,600. Assuming you are staying there for the next 3 years, assuming you are staying there, your interest expense per year is $26,250. Not only you have to pay your interest, you have to pay your maintenance fee, property tax, which is 3,600 and 1,176 per year. So to add up per year, you are expending $331,026 per year, which adds up to $483,000 for over the 3 years for 31,000 plus 390K. So why do I do it 3 years is because if assuming you buy a new EC today, you have to wait 3 years for it to be completed. So now let's put a scenario side by side. For scenario 2, you buy 1.5 million property at TENET EC. Okay, you take a deferred payment scheme. You take a 75% loan, 1.125 million, and down payment 419K, including stamp duty. For the next 3 years, you don't pay any interest, you don't pay any maintenance fee, you don't pay any property tax, which you incur zero cost over the next 3 years. Okay, so the only cost that you expense is your down payment, which is 419K600. So the main difference is $64,078. This is doing nothing at home while waiting for your property to get your keys. Not only you save $64,078, you save on renovation costs, because once you buy a resale property, somehow or rather you need to pay some renovation costs. And I am someone that experienced it firsthand because I'm renovating my home now, which is just some basic renovation set me back by 50-60K, excluding the furniture. Okay, you also get a fresh new 99 years lease. You get a higher potential upside on a new property, and you don't have to stress over your buying or selling of your timeline where you have to sell your HDB first, avoid ABSD before you buy. That is how it works. Okay, so if you compare ECs and condominiums over the past few years, what are the capital appreciation like? So when we talk about Tampines condominiums, we see a potential growth of 25% over the past 8 years. Okay, if we talk about these 3 developments, the Tapestry, the Alps Residences, Santorini, all of them are actually side by side along Tampines Avenue 10. Okay, we see over the past 8 years, the profit was about 300 plus to 400 plus K. Okay, let's talk about Tampines ECs. Okay, to echo on both ECs that we talked earlier, City Life and Prudent, we see a 48% growth over the past 8 years, over the same time frame. Okay, where we can see that City Life 500 over K, Tampines Prudent 500 over K. Okay, so this is the portion that I wanted to share with you because I have worked out these few case studies which I felt it was more relevant to today's market if you are in one of these case studies example that we are talking about. Okay, so I'm going to start with young couple that just started working. young couple with relatively high income, a second timer who currently owns a HDB. Okay, and just before I do that, just give you some example of the minimum criteria to own an EC today. So generally, you must be a Singaporean, and there must be a Singaporean citizen in the equation itself. Okay, you can purchase under public scheme, fiancé scheme, orphan scheme, and joint single scheme. At least 21 years old or 35 years old if you are applying under joint single scheme. Okay, your monthly income should not exceed 16,000 and do not have any ownership in private properties over the past 30 years, regardless of local or overseas. Okay, to get things started, a young couple, 20 over years old, looking to purchase their first home, they can either go for a PTO, resale, EC, or private. Okay, let me show you how they can afford an EC today with their income. Okay, so assuming a 25, 26 years old young couple looking to purchase their first home, their CPF available OA is 30,000. Okay, with an income of 3,500 and 4,000 and a 1 month bonus each, they are looking at a 3-bedroom at TENET EC at 1.35 million. Okay, I would advise them to take a deferred payment scheme because their current loan accessed by the bank is only $498,748, which is less than the 75% mark to purchase a 1.35 million property. Okay, so how can we make you, or how can you afford the property? To afford a property, basically you need a 20% down payment for a deferred payment scheme. I will advise you to use cash, which equates to 270,000 down payment. Okay, your CPF can be used for stamp duty, including your housing grant as well. Okay, before the property TOP, which is 3 to 4 years time, you have the opportunity to take your loan, which essentially means that if you feel that your income will be able to hit $16,112 a month before it TOPs, okay, you are free to go ahead. The only crux is you have to use cash for your down payment. Okay, for case study 2, a young couple with relatively high income, okay, age 30, 31 years old, looking to purchase their first home, they have a CPF OA of 180K, which is pretty healthy. Okay, a gross income combined of 15,500 with 3 months bonus each, looking at a 4-bedroom at TENET at 1.65 million. Just take note that all these prices are estimates and not actual. Okay, the bank assess their income to be $18,212, which allows them to borrow borrow a loan of 1.14 million, which again is unable to hit that 75% mark of 1.65 million. So what should we do next? Basically, they can use cash and partial CPF for the 20% down payment, they can use cash for 20% down payment, CPF for stamp duty. Okay. Before the foundation, before the development foundation is poured, okay, which likely will be next year, mid next year to end of next year, they can take a loan, okay, provided that their income is able to hit $19,693 per month. Okay, so basically, are you confident of hitting an additional $1,481 per month or $741 each by 2023? Okay, if you are confident of hitting that, you can theoretically purchase a 4-bedroom in TENET today, taking a normal payment scheme. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Okay, so like many of us here, there are a lot of second timers who currently own a HDB as well. Assuming a 45-year-old family who is looking to upgrade from their current HDB, they currently have an OA of 80,000, okay, and a combined income of 15,000, getting 2 months bonus each, and looking at a 3-bedroom premium at 1.45 million. How can they proceed? Basically, with their HDB, okay, I will usually advise them to take a deferred payment scheme. Okay. When you are HDB as MOP, usually there will be an increase in valuation. Okay, assuming the valuation is 550K today with an outstanding loan of 120K. Okay, their loan, their income that is allowed for the loan is $329,234. With the additional bridging loan that they can get, they can potentially borrow an additional $320,000 from the bank as a deferred bridging loan. Okay, so assuming a $320,000 plus a $829,000 maximum loan amount, they can borrow $234,000 from the bank potentially. Okay, in order to proceed, they need cash plus CPF for the 20% plus stamp duty, which equates to $332,600. Okay, because their loan is unable to hit that full 80% loan, okay, they must earmark $72,500 in their CPF for foundation, which is going to be called after they collect their keys for deferred payment scheme. Okay, just to give you an idea how does bridging loan works. Basically, it is only applicable for purchasers who currently own a HDB today. Okay, and it is only financeable by OCBC or UOB in the market. Okay, so based on the example just now, in the event where your income is unable to hit that full 75% loan, you can use your HDB to boost your mortgage loan to maximum 80% of the purchase price by using a fraction which is 80% of your HDB's valuation, less the outstanding loan as a collateral. But in a way, the bank doesn't use a HDB as a collateral because the loan doesn't kick in yet until TOP. So the whole purpose of boosting your loan to 80% of the purchase price is to allow you to utilize your CPF in your down payments. Okay, and to reiterate again, no loan is taken as long as you sell your HDB before TOP. Okay, so just to give you an idea, HDB valuation 500K, outstanding loan 100K, my bridging loan is 300K because 80% times 500K less 100,000, which is 300,000. So if I want to purchase a 1.5 million in TENET, my maximum loan is 900K based on my income and age. I can use this additional 300K bridging amount to boost my loan to 80%, allowing me to use 100% of my CPF in my own way. So far, so good. Okay, in case you're still unclear, okay, I just want to do this. I just want to share with you that we have this proprietary 𝒂𝒑 that is applicable to ERA salespersons today. Okay, you can check out with any of our ERA salespersons to do your financial assessment via our 𝒂𝒑s. Okay, so to touch a bit more on Tampines North itself, is this 𝒂𝒑 your ultimate choice? To touch on the market supply available in the market today, okay, we have North Gaya, which is in Yishun, launched early this year, remaining units 430 units, open grand currently in the market, TENET launching next month, okay, and early next year, okay, we are going to have another launch at Bukit Batok West Avenue 8, which equates to a 2,062 units available 𝒂𝒑 units in 2022 and 2023 for these 2 years. Okay, but just to give an idea, in 2021 alone, we transacted 2,119 units, 2,119 𝒂𝒑 units itself in 2021. Okay, to give you a comparison, 𝒂𝒑 between and private properties, we can see that, like what Shafiq mentioned, Amor residents had hit 2,114 per square foot and 2,125 per square foot averagely. Okay. So with the upcoming land price, we can expect to see that land average prices in the upcoming launches will be above 2,000 averagely. Okay, with the exception of Dairy Farm Walk, probably $1,850 per square foot. So to compare between 𝒂𝒑 and private, Okay, the bigger you buy, the potential savings that we might have, if you compare 1,350 per square foot compared to 2,000 per square foot, the more potential savings you have when you purchase a larger unit. So to give you an idea, these are all the upcoming land costs that we have that are launching in 2023 alone. Okay, to put this in perspective, Tampines Street 82 Parcel A is $659 per square foot per plot ratio, which I think, based on this chart alone, we are the second cheapest compared, as well as Copenhagen, which is at Tengah Garden Walk. Okay. So to end off this presentation, this is an article that came out 2-3 days ago. Okay, a study was done by 𝒂𝒔𝒕 that did a study on 4,000 over EC units. Okay, and 99% of them had 300,000 profits for ECs that are less than 10 years old. Okay, which we also saw a record gross profit of 1.38 million for a unit at City Life in Tampines itself. Okay, we were also, the results also showed that there is a narrowing price gap between new and resale ECs in today's market, which represents a very good opportunity for you to enter the market today. And lastly, larger units tend to fetch better prices because of the COVID pandemic, where they realized that they need a bigger space to work, live, learn, and play. Okay, with that, I end my presentation. I look forward to see you at the sales gallery.